my privilege to be here today. So my name is Cara Borg Aquilina, and I love to learn and I love to advocate. I would like to share with you today my activism journey and my love for Malta. In short, I am a 19-year-old Maltese citizen. I consider myself an individual of multiple interests, but the passion from which I drew the most sense of purpose would be the positive attitude related to the philosophy of doing good. From a very young age, I was fortunate enough to be raised in an environment which not only encouraged a growth-oriented mindset, but celebrated it. From academics to simply exploring the world around me, I was taught that knowledge is a gift, and the pursuit of it is a lifelong adventure. It is this notion that has really propelled me forward in my work, inspiring me to be part of something greater, something meaningful. I have vivid memories of the countless cultural events my mother took me to. Her patience and openness in this quest of discovery, and my sense of excitement, enthusiasm, wonder, and curiosity when, following a theatre piece, seeing a scientific experiment unfold in front of me, listening to live music. Young Cara had a burning passion inside her heart, but she couldn't locate the source of it. But with the support of her hardworking family, and with the formative nature of the opportunities that she's been honored to have, I can stand here in front of you today and say with conviction that I have found my sense of place and sense of belonging. I believe that being informed is key to unlocking independence, autonomy, and critical thinking. Education, especially of a civic nature, is vital, yet it is critically undermined. The discussion here today is all about developing into holistic individuals. Individuals who possess and who exercise the faculties of thought and reason. It is about discovering our innate potential, because when humans are placed in an environment which is nurturing, they can cultivate capabilities which know no bounds. So this is the journey of recognizing that potential within ourselves and within other people. It is about fostering the space and the environment where that potential can thrive and where we can harness our collective intelligence and wisdom to enact positive change. This is what advocacy means to me. It's about creating an equitable world where we all have opportunities to learn, to explore, and to grow. And so with this shared understanding established, I want to take you on a personal journey where I would like to explain to you the experiences and the opportunities that have shaped my short yet fruitful beginnings. I have always been interested in foreign policy, diplomacy, governance, current affairs. And I remember first representing Malta at age 14 in Linz, Austria, as part of a Valletta 2018 cultural competition called Create Your World. I was also president of Ecoscola at St. Michael's Foundation, and I can clearly remember my classmates and I brainstorming the sustainable benefits of implementing a dual flushing system in the bathroom facilities at school, and the articles we'd write for European Week for Waste Reduction. I grin looking back at these moments, especially in the light of the humble responsibility that I have to discuss these pressing environmental matters on global stages such as the United Nations. But growing up is a slow process, it's gradual. Analogically, we can compare it to a tree which can only flourish and thrive if it properly anchors its roots into solid foundation. Going back into my environmental involvement, I was also president of St. Aloysius College Sixth Form's Green Council, where my colleagues and we addressed local issues, and we invested time and energy into researching and educating our student body on how to take more environmentally conscientious actions. I also spoke and attended the Youth and Climate Conference panel in light of COP26, organized by the Ministry for Foreign and European Affairs on behalf of Agencia Zaza. I am indebted to Malta's National Youth Agency for their exceptional work and their unwavering support. Through the agency, I've been able to not only expand my visibility, but also hone my mission and my vision of doing good. It is through their programs, projects, and the possibilities that they've offered that I've been able to strengthen my will of contributing to society to achieve the common good. Serving as Maltese delegate and committee president for the Model European Parliament International Selections, this further opened my mind, heart, and eyes to Malta's involvement in and contribution to international fora such as the European Union. In fact, currently I'm involved in a European Youth Card Association campaign called More in 24, which is aimed to raise voting awareness and focuses particularly on youth empowerment in democratic practices. Focusing on the symbiotic relationship between Malta and the EU, we can result it into a give and take exchange. Malta diversifies the EU through its rich culture and heritage, whilst the EU undoubtedly offers Malta access to the rest of the continent through infrastructure and other resources. So I strongly encourage everyone here who is above the age of 16 to vote responsibly and to make politically informed decisions in the EU elections. While we're on the topic of the EU, I would also like to mention a remarkable individual, Dr. Roberta Metsola, who inspires me. Roberta Metsola is not just a political powerhouse, but she is a mother. She is a wife. She is a sentient human being. She is human, she is flawed, she is bound to make mistakes like every one of us. But nonetheless, to me, she is a beacon of hope and possibility. She symbolizes what every young Maltese girl can be. She embodies the values of womanhood, female empowerment, and courage, the same principles my mother imbued me with from a very young age. And I would like to personally thank her for molding me into the emancipated person that I am today, with belief in myself and the good of the world. Bridging the local and the international, I would also like to personally extend my thanks to the Sweetie Local Council for my term as Local Council Youth Ambassador. And I would like to also personally thank the US Embassy in Malta for my appointment as Maltese Fellow in 2022 for the Benjamin Franklin Transatlantic Fellowship, a prestigious program which was a transformative experience for me at Purdue University. Traveling from Mexico to Hungary, France, Turkey, and New York, no matter how far I go, there's always this intrinsic pull which brings me back to Malta. I wear Malta proudly on my chest through this 8-pointed cross. Malta is not just a dot on the map. Malta is a profound connection. It is a bond that runs through the very core of my being. Malta is a vibrant tapestry of history, culture, language, natural beauty. Malta is a deep duty. Her warmth, her resilience, her undying resilience and spirit, they resonate with me. I remain committed to adventuring into different journeys in my life for the good of Malta. I carry a deep sense of responsibility, a duty to preserve her legacy, her traditions, and her value. It is these strong feelings that I would like to convey to you as a promise that any influence, any authority I may have in the future, I will use and exercise for the sole good of Malta. It is not about personal gain, but rather about the protection of our well-being and the preservation of Maltese identity. Teaching me open-mindedness, critical thinking, respect, integrity, tenacity, and creativity, my prior endeavors equip me with assets which I strive to invest in my current position as one of Malta's United Nations Youth Delegates. Malta upholds a steadfast commitment to multilateralism, global cooperation, and peace. Its agenda is driven by its dedication to the Sustainable Development Goals, promoting climate action, gender equality, and humanitarian efforts. Elevating youth voices in global conversations is the main goal of a United Nations Youth Delegate. Youth are agents of change and catalysts for action. The ideas and thoughts brought forward by youth are then transferred to the General Assembly, where youth delegates have the opportunity to involve themselves directly in the mission's work and learn about global policy issues firsthand from high-level diplomats. When I was approached for this incredible opportunity to speak here today, I was first flattered, but then overwhelmed at the possibility of being able to talk about any topic I desired. You see, I'm fascinated by almost everything, so that freedom of choice is quite daunting. But then I thought back on all the TED Talks I had watched in preparation for my Systems of Knowledge exam, and believe me, there were many. And from all of them, the ones that stuck with me the most were the motivational ones. The ones where people spoke about how their innovative initiatives and creative mechanisms really benefited their community's well-being. So the main message I want to share with you today is, don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated by the endless possibilities and resources that are available to you. Malta is a very, very small country, granted. But our big heart and our strong spirit propel us forward, giving us undeniable recognition overseas. Who here has ever felt like they were not good enough? Who here has ever doubted themselves? Who here has ever felt misunderstood, overlooked, or excluded? Let me see a show of hands. Look around you. Almost all of you have felt this way at some point in your life. It is absolutely normal for doubt to enter our minds. But let us not let that stop us from reaching our fullest potential. Our human makeup, it renders us unique, but all interconnected at the same time. So let us envision a Malta and shape it, a Malta that we love, a Malta that we need, a Malta that we want. It is a very ambitious statement, I know. But my mother always tells me, if you don't ask the question, the answer will be no. So let us embrace these questions, not dismiss them. Let us be open to improvement and not shy away from change. So let's make the world our playground, no matter how small our corner of it is. Together, we can be the architects of a brighter, more tolerant, more inclusive world. The time is now, and together, we can make a difference. Thank you.